What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Today we are coming in from the 5th match of a 5-match T20 series, which you don't see happen very often. You know, 5-match test series do happen all the time, but 5-match T20 series, normally they are just a thing that they do either at the start or the end of the tour, just for a bit of fun. You know, but 2020 cricket is a little bit more serious now than it was when it was first incepted into the game. So to play 5, it's good for me because I really enjoy playing T20 cricket in this game. You know, it's nice and short and sharp and we can just go and get it done. So, we have been pretty dominant so far in this series. We are currently up 3-1 with obviously this game to play. So this game is a dead rubber. But it would be nice to finish off strong and finish off with a 4-1 victory. We did slip up a little bit. I think it was in the fourth... No, I think it was the third T20 that we did slip up in. But apart from that, we have bowled incredibly well here today so far. 5 balls, just the 1 run off it so far. And that is quite unusual for us because normally we do... I spoke too soon. I honestly spoke too soon. I said normally we are pretty good. We do go pretty economically. But then we go, had that 6 off the last ball from Joe Root. And that does make it, you know, a little bit more... Well, it makes our stats look bad. I mean, we bowled a pretty good over. We had a loose ball last ball that did go and get taken to. So, but apart from that, that really is all that has been happening in this career mode. In the world of cricket, the India-Zimbabwe series has just finished. Zimbabwe did say at the start of the series, I don't think I've actually talked about this series to date so far, but Zimbabwe were, you know, not annoyed, but I guess a little bit pissed off that India did just send a fairly young team. There was a team there that hadn't played a whole lot of one-day internationals. A lot of guys are on debut. MS Dhoni really the only first-choice player when it came to the side. And it didn't really make a difference because Zimbabwe were completely outclassed. I think I read a stat last night when I was watching the game, and I think over the 3 games, I think Zimbabwe scored about 430 runs for 30 in their 3 games. So that's combined. And India scored, I believe it was like 432, whatever, for 3. So they only lost the 3 wickets in the 3 games, which is a very good effort. And it has unearthed a little bit of talent as well. You know, just well, I'd say more from the bowling side of things rather than the batting side, because when you only do lose 3 wickets in a 3-game series, you know, it's going to be mainly your openers that are going and getting the job done. And again, we've bowled a very good over, I feel. And it's just the last 2 balls that have gone for 7 that goes and makes our stats look a little bit worse than they are. But that's alright. None for 14. We do still have 2 overs left to go, and hopefully we can bowl, you know, a little bit more towards the death, and hopefully go and pick up some wickets there. But England have recovered nicely. They were struggling a little bit when we did first come in, but these 2 have put on a good wee partnership to go and get things moving forward. So one of those players that was unearthed, I guess, on the Zimbabwe tour was Rahul. Who has played Test cricket for India before. I believe he scored a century. I think it was in Melbourne in his 2nd Test match. I think or either Sydney. He played one or the other. In his first Test, didn't go too well. I think he batted number 3, and yeah, made scores, single-figure scores. A lot of people were saying, obviously, for him to be dropped, and came back in the next game, scored 100. He has scored. We scored 100 in this game. No, he scored 100 in the 2nd game. I don't know what he did in the 1st game. But in the 3rd game, managed, I think from memory, it was, as Root has actually gone past 50. I did just miss that. I think he scored about 60 odd. They were only chasing about 125, I believe, for the victory. So it was very sensible for 2 young players that have only played 4 one-day internationals combined between them. The 2 openers could go and chase down that total in the fashion that they did. They got there, I think, after about 23 overs or something, so the run rate was good. Didn't lose a wicket, which is always ideal when you are going and chasing down, you know, those lower totals. You do like to go out there as an opener, chase it down yourself, not leave it to the rest of, I guess, the top order, number 3, and the middle order, 4, 5, and 6, to get the job done. So very good effort from them. The Tri Series is still going on. As I'm recording this video on Thursday, West Indies are playing, I was going to say Sri Lanka, but they're not playing in the tournament. They're playing South Africa. South Africa scored 344, I believe, off their Did I say Sri Lanka or South Africa? I can't remember. South Africa anyway scored 344 off their 50 overs. That was on the back of Hashim Amla scoring 100. And I think I read another stat that said now that Hashim Amla has scored this 100, I can't remember if he scored one against Australia, but when they did play Australia last time, Amla needed just 100 to have more hundreds than the whole Australian starting 11 combined had scored hundreds. So, you know, it shows a testament of, you know, how much of a class act the man is. He is just an absolute freak when it comes to that. I think that's like ODI century number, I think about 23 that he has scored, and he's got, you know, a similar amount in tests. So he is really, you know, such a strong batter. One of the best batters of this generation, I'd have to say. Surely that is LBW. The only thing it can be is possibly missing leg. We're just going to go for a review because we have not had much go our way today. And saying that, this probably isn't going to help us either because it is pitching miles outside leg. It hasn't even hit in line. It's going on to hit the stumps all good and well, but the impact's outside, it's pitching outside. Immediately, that is a no-go. I think actually when they do ball tracking, you know, in test matches and one-day internationals, if the first ball is pitched outside leg, I think they just stop it there. Just stop the ball tracking. They're just like, no, it can't be out. It is pitching outside leg. So, but yeah, that game's going on at the moment. 344. West Indies in reply, we're about 90 for 3 off. I think it was about 16 overs at that stage. So they're going well with the run rate. It will be interesting to see if they can go and keep it up when it comes with the. No, what am I saying? They've batted already. Be interesting to see if they can keep up that run rate and not lose wickets, obviously. Today we're going to get a bat as well. Average is not too bad. 17, 6 games, 85 runs, no 50s yet to date. And we do need 58, what am I saying, off 39 deliveries. So there is still a little bit of work to do, especially with 2 new players at the crease. And you can't ask for much more than a perfect start from that, from Cliff. That's a beautiful shot. Just worked away off the pads like that there. Speaking of the Tri-Series, we will continue on with that there. There was another game that I believe was played, it was earlier this week, which was West Indies, Australia. And Australia, I wouldn't say they struggled in this game, still scored about 260, but were really let down towards the end of the innings. You know, Australia in recent times have been so strong with, I guess, just their finishing when it comes to one-day internationals. Oh, don't take a run there. Do not take a run there. And that's why they were so successful in the World Cup and after the World Cup, because their finishing with the bat was so strong. Not so the case there, and West Indies actually went and got there in the end. It was quite a funny game, actually, because there were 2 players that did just miss out on hundreds, only just. I think Usman Khawaja scored 98 before he was run out. That would have been his maiden one-day century. And Marlon Samuels, I think, was about the same. I think he was on like 98 or 99 before he was... I think he was run out too, so very, very strange. You know, the nervous 90s can do funny things to you and make you do funny things. So, but yeah, that was a pretty good game to watch, and I'm guessing after I finish recording this, I'm going to head back and watch that South Africa-West Indies game, because it is starting to get quite interesting. Speaking of interesting, our shot placements have been good today. I wouldn't say interesting, but they have been good. So we move on. We've had obviously a pretty low-key game with the ball. We did bowl our 4 overs. I thought we bowled a lot better than the figures would suggest. I think we went for about 28 all in all. But you know, we did bowl a little bit better than that. It really was just the last ball of the first 2 overs that went for those boundaries that did go and I guess spread things out a little bit more than, you know, you would expect to see. We've got Stuart Broad coming in now. 37 of 24. And this game, I mean, really, if I was a betting man, this game really could go either way. All it takes is 1 good over either side, and basically, you know, you just need 1 good over with the bat where you get 15 odd, or, you know, you just need a wicket to go and break this partnership, and all of a sudden you're down to the wicketkeeper and all that. But 33 off 23. Are we going to be here to hit the winning runs? What a feeling that would be. That one's not timed as well as the other one. We are only going to pick up 2, but, you know, that's all we need. If we can pick up 2s every ball, you know, we're going to get 12 and over. Obviously, a little bit different this over because we have hit that 4 already, but 31 off 22, and you'd have to say now, with 6 wickets left in hand, that things are in the favour of the batting team. Unless Cliffy is on strike and tries to play everything through the covers, regardless of how short it is and how much on how much on the body it is. But you know, moving along, we are getting there. We just need to wait for the right ball, like that there. Again, the timing isn't perfect. It's not quite there, but we are going to pick up that 2, and that is really all that we can ask for. We've got 8 off the first 4 balls. We do need... I'm trying to remember. I think it was 9 off the overs. We have now seen a change in the field as well, which has seen... It's a weird field, actually. 2 players down the ground. No one on the cut either. I was actually just trying to ramp that one down to third man because there is just a fly slip. Instead, we get right on the back foot, pump it through point, and that was a beautiful shot. We've picked up 12 off the over so far, and I was going to say a little bit of a silly shot there from Cliffy, but it may actually come up good. It has. It's gone for a 4, and what an over that is. That is 16 coming off it, and that is exactly what we needed. We said we needed a big over, 15 or so off it. We've gone and done that. Last shot was a little bit risky, you know, playing that ramp off the the ramp off middle stump, but it has worked out well for us. 14 off 12 now. We've got the same field. We just need a little bit of width, just a little bit of width from you, Stuart Broad, and we will put you away. Oh, backward a point again. Cliffy, you beauty. Those shots through point are glorious to watch. So much nicer than those guides that go down past third man. Well, down to third man, I should say. We moved to 30 off 14, and all of a sudden, it is under 1 run a ball. That's going to be a wide. It is going to be rebowled. So things are going pear-shaped for the English here right now. 9 off 11, and you can't really go, you can't falter the side so far. What are you appealing for, Broad? There is no way I've hit that ball. Stop wasting my time. We don't need this. Stop wasting my time. 9 off 10. Okay, so move deep back. So deep back with points there. They've got a square leg, a deep mid wicket, a straight on. This is a hard field. I don't think we're going to do it in boundaries now. I think we just need to... Oh, I was going to say go for the nudge around. We get BMAC on strike. Oh, we're going to come back for the overthrow, boys. Just what we like to see. We love those overthrows. Went for a 1. It was a cheeky one. And then end up going and getting 2 from the overthrow. Also, the 50 partnership has gone and come up. So a nice wee 5th wicket stand between the two of us. And that has raced off the bat. Cliffy, where have these shots come from? Oh my God, 3 off 8 needed. We're 36 off 17, striking at over 200. And things, I was going to say, just can't get too much better. It would be nice to see us home. And that's what they've done. They've gone and changed the field for this last ball. If we can play it through the covers, you know, we are going to go and pick it up. Oh, we've tried to go backward a point. We pick up 2. We're taking it to the last over. Sorry, we pick up 1, which takes it down to 2 required, taking it into the last over. So this is exciting. Stephen Finn coming in now. We've got the same field. So all we need to do is just really get one. If we can nudge one just through the covers, that's all we need to do. Just a little nudge. But Stephen Finn, I'm guessing, is probably going to pitch them in short more often than not. That is his 1 for the over, though. So hopefully now we are going to get something that's either on a good length or either a Yorker length. Outside off, preferably, so we can drive like that there. We are going to take a risky run. We go and get there. So now it is down to BMAC. The scores are tied. He's got 4 balls to score 1 run. Can he do it? We're not even going to watch. We're going to simulate it through. And as we can see, New Zealand there with the trophy held high. We get up. What did we get up by? He actually got it off that next ball. Joe Root, man of the match, 78 off 59. None for 25. The bowling wasn't quite there for us, but the batting, 38 off 21, really bringing it home with BMAC. So you can't ask for too much more than that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter links that can be found down below in the description. Hope you guys are having a good week so far and have a good weekend. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. I've got Cricket Coach 2014 coming your guys' way. Make sure you do not miss that.